The final session of day 6 in the men's 89 kilo competition. In the field, 2017 world champion at 85 kilos, Artem Mendez from Chile, who won all 3 medals that year. And Russia's Artem Okulov, world champion in 2013 and 2015 at 85 kilos. Let's catch up with some highlights from the session in another extremely competitive weight class.
Okulov is about as wide as he is tall.
166, a 5 kilo increment from his opener with 61.
Very nice. Seemed to rock back on the heels just for a split second. But is strong enough to hold on.
Well, he's just like a dynamo.
Yeah.
He's not like one. He is one. Oof.
See,
yeah, his toes came up a little bit. Now we have Davidadze at 167. This is a 4 kilo jump.
And this would be a junior world record. The world standard was set at 166.
I think this will also be a personal best for him. He's done 65.
Hold it.
Oh.
Almost
He
saved
needed
it.
another foot of platform, and I think he would have saved that.
He apparently got one white light. I imagine that's an error, or the judge had a fear.
You know, when he snatches, it's almost like 2 lifts. It's the pull, and then the return. It's like almost a separate event.
Yeah. I think he can come back and make that, but before, he's going to have to watch one of his competitors.
Sanchez.
Yeah, take
If
it
Sanchez
back.
makes this, he might make, I wouldn't be shocked if Davidadze moves up a kilo. Sanchez is currently 2 for 2. This is a 2 kilo jump for him.
And he's got a big declared opener in the clean.
Yeah, so he actually will hold with that 67 that they wrote in. And this will be a junior world record in the snatch.
Not a bad attempt. I don't know that it ever accelerated in the hips, to be honest. He threw it up and over, but not sure it had the height or the acceleration.
I don't think it had the height. He tried to game it by
Sneaking under.
by moving forward under the bar.
Diving forward, yeah.
Straight down under the bar, not forward.
Sanchez was credited with his second attempt of 165. And now Artem Mendez, 8 kilo jump. Second attempt. 168 kilos, made his opener with 160.
Remember, we saw him favoring that left knee a little bit.
Yeah, with that high hip, pushing that bar away.
Looks okay here, too.
Yeah, actually, he's walking off the platform better than after his first. And that attempt, so that's pretty typical of his style. Raises the hips off the floor.
But I'll tell you, he'll be in a tough spot if he can't put the next one away.
Yeah.
160 is going to be real hard for him. I mean, granted, his clean and jerk is big. We'll see. But right now, Katasevich, second attempt, 168.
Then he had it, and then he didn't.
Very dynamic, but you know, in an instance like that, I wonder if he had sat for a moment to let the weight settle, could he have saved it? Easier said than done.
Really? And
Well, I think that it was coming forward. He had to get up to even try to save it.
but the way he moves from the hip under the bar is just...
It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
All right, well, Murgatachian on the bar now for his third attempt, 168. Another big jump, an 8-kilo increment.
Came back nicely on his second.
Worth noting, we're on all third attempts now, and still that snatch out of the B group is holding.
That looked heavy.
It did.
And that's going to set him back a long way. I mean, he is slated to open at 200 in the clean and jerk, which right now is right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
But he's going to do so
8 kilos behind.
maybe even more.
You can look it up.
So now here's Joe Moreno. Third attempt, 168.
And he's looked great today. Beautiful lift.
And with that, Joe Moreno exceeds the high mark of the B group.
3 for 3, 168.
Great position off the floor. Really fantastic move.
Like you've said, Sean, the Colombians are very well coached, technically really sharp athletes. When they're on, they're on.
And Okulov is going to let his clean and jerk do the talking here. He's going to sit with this 168 and move into second place if successful behind Sanchez. He's taking what he thinks he can make.
Well, he can do that with his kind of clean and jerk.
Agreed.
I'm surprised by that.
66 is what he'll take with him into the clean and jerk.
You know, even with that miss, it doesn't put him in a bad spot.
But that's the safety net of not taking huge jumps.
Right,
Yeah.
Because if you see the difference, had he gone 6 or 7 kilos, he'd be way back right now. And so that really isn't a costly miss. It's an unfortunate one, but not a killer.
Right.
And now Davidatse, who has gone up 1 kilo off his miss with 67.
He needs this to even be in the mix.
I think so.
Gets the junior world record. It's his last year to do so. 20 years old this year.
That was nuts.
Yeah. So strong.
Now he's got to. Now he's in the mix. But at 160, whatever was his first.
63.
At 163, it would have been really difficult for him.
Yeah, and I'm not even thinking about that. I'm still thinking about this.
Great arm action. Really elbows up and around, and really pushed out at the top. Really great.
Kisses the weights.
Took a gamble and it worked off. It worked out.
Yes.
He pulled it off. And 168, I mean, it's just huge.
Listen, that might hold.
For a medal.
We've only got 3 attempts left.
1 miss, right? 2 misses, and that's a medal.
And there you have it.
That's a medal.
I'd say guaranteed a medal.
For Katasevich. For Madruski, off a 2 kilo jump, it's currently sitting at 4th at 167. If he can clean and jerk with the rest of the gang,
he's still in it.
He's still in good shape. There are 10 in it, it's 10 deep.
2 attempts left in the snatch phase of the competition.
Mendez and Katasevich both calling for 169. Excuse me, Davidatse guaranteed a medal. Mendez, if successful, first place. If he misses, 12th.
Yeah. done by Mendez.
You want to talk about pulling off a gamble.
12th to first for the time.
Look at that series. 168 kilo jump, miss. Another kilo jump, make. And he'll be on the medal stand with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big gamble.
And you've got something very similar coming up with the final attempt of this snatch competition in the men's 89 kilo category. Pavel Kadasevich made his opener 163, missed 168. He's taking 169. If he makes this, he'll be in second behind Artem Mendez, who just won gold with this same weight. Silver medal in the snatch.
He's got to be happy about that. Moved from 11th to second with that lift.
The two medalists took home run swings and knocked them both out of the park.
Yes, they did.
Please join us in 10 minutes for the exciting conclusion.
Very nicely done.
90-kilogram A session.
You know, it's been the theme of the competition, but athletes have just been making lifts. And if you don't, if you take a gamble and lose, you lose big here.
All right, so here are the results in the snatch competition in the men's 89 kilo category. Two guys at 69, two at 68.
That's just, I mean, you can't get any closer than that.
No, it's terrific. An extremely close men's competition. Stay with us to see who came out on top in the clean and jerk. All right, hello and welcome back to the clean and jerk competition in the men's 89 kilo category.
It's a strange call for the second attempt. I would have liked to have been out a 371 as my total for this second attempt if I'm him.
So then he could have opened a little higher.
Yes.
It's the opener that you gotta wonder about. Boy, when he gets under a clean, he gets oscillation underneath a clean. That's how much force there is.
Now, 200 kilos, please.
I mean, the ball whips.
And then a nice short dip and boom, right overhead. So that 200, very strong shot. Now in second place. And he can just kind of relax and see what happens.
Yeah, Arlie?
Now,
He'll sit back.
The Armenian just raised his opener to 205.
Yeah, well, we've seen some questionable coaching decisions out of the Armenians.
And that might be one of them.
And that might be another one.
All right, now here's Joe Moreno. 200 kilos, third and final attempt.
This
will give him a 368. He's going to be off the podium.
This is going to be a difficult lift for him, I believe.
No. So that means Moreno will be credited with 195 kilos from his second attempt, 363. And our bronze medalist in the snatch will not factor into the podium for the clean and jerk or total. But I think you still consider this a good day for Moreno. I mean, he looked impressive, particularly in the snatch.
In the snatch, a 1-for-3 day in the jerk.
Kadamar Sanchez for 200 kilos, 201 kilos, which means this would be a new junior world record, clean and jerk and total. This would give him a 363.
Yeah, he is built for clean and jerk, and I will say that.
Awesome.
And total.
I'm glad that he found weightlifting because this is his sport.
Yeah.
He looked funny on the soccer field.
And he's still got another year as a junior to move that junior record even further.
So this is a This is interesting to me because I don't know what kind of shape
Teammates
he's
from
in.
Venezuela love that.
Yeah.
Okulov,
Yeah.
202.
Well, we'll know after this attempt.
We'll get a feel for it at least.
Yes, we will.
166, 368. If successful, it would move him behind Arlie Mendez.
Now, this is a setup for the third, so I mean, he just.
But it's going to come down to something dramatic
Yes.
if he can get this on the board right now.
Little wrap on the knee. I don't know if he had that in the snatch.
He is so sharp in the jerk. Snatch, he kind of has to just hang with the athletes. In a clean and jerk, it's really his forte.
Well, it may not be the Artem Okulov of 2015 in terms of weight on the bar, but it certainly is in the way that it gets overhead.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said, Junior.
We still have not seen Murkatachian of Armenia, and we have not seen Pavel Katasevich in a while.
Yeah.
Even on just a 4-kilo jump. But if he's successful, this will move him into the lead with a 371.
Beautiful lift. That was awesome.
Yeah. And with that, we exceed the high mark of the B group finally.
That was great.
And that's how you deliver in a clutch spot. We don't know if it's going to hold up, but he needed it, and he got it done. And Katasevich, 5 for 6, 371.
That's a well-coached athlete right there. Fantastic.
Currently in the lead. With the help of a few misses from others, he could very well find himself on the podium with that effort. Or as a result of that effort, Davidadze is not going to move it up. He's going to keep it at the 203.
And that's reasonable.
Gives him a new junior world record.
In the jerk and total.
He's going to break the one we just saw get set.
Now, this is a 9-kilo jump.
Yeah, this is a big ask, I think.
I'm with you, but we'll see. Wow-wee. Holy cow.
I know. Yeah, no, Sean, I am just as shocked as you are. That was the best one.
He likes it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
His wife likes it.
Wow. He is
And that
thrilled.
was, I got to tell you, I mean, in terms of drama, just being flat out, like, unpredictable and epic, I mean, that was great.
Yeah, yeah. What an effort by Davidadze. Just look at this.
It's insane. That was his best of the 3 cleans.
Yeah. Sure. The way he wants to push him down. He may look like your accountant, Sean, but I guarantee you, there's Georgi Asenidze, gold medalist 2004 Olympics, excited. And Davidadze.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
That
that's
was the
one.
best lift of the
That's one where if he doesn't win a medal, that moves him into second right now in a tie at 371. But if he doesn't win a medal, I don't even care. That was awesome.
Great effort.
Well, he's got 3 world records, so I mean, there is that.
Junior world records, yes. And what else could you ask of him?
Oh, my, that's great.
All right, so now Sanchez is not interested in letting Davidadze go home with that clean and jerk record.
He's not going to catch him in the total, but
He can take a crack at this 204 for a new junior world record.
and we haven't seen anything to lead us to believe that he can't do this.
This will give him a 369, if successful.
Wow, his feet were wide.
Yeah. feet were not in alignment, but he did get the down signal.
And he did get 3 white lights.
So for the, I think that will hold. So he takes Davidatse's clean and jerk record away.
Well, look, we just said Davidatse's was nuts. That was nuts too.
These are great lifts, back and forth, just the way we want to see a competition.
Yeah, Sean, he didn't get under it. He slipped out wide.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he can still walk after that. I mean, his hips, the femur should have snapped out of the hip joint.
He's excited about that, rightfully so.
Now for the first time we're going to see Hakan Murkatachian of Armenia, and this is one that's...
And Arlie he went to 210. So.
Yeah, when the world takes 5, he takes 10. Murkatachian on the bar here, 205. Snatched 160. If successful, this will give him a 365.
Okay.
Now with him on the board, the question is, can he make up the ground on the other two? We're down.
I'm surprised.
Okulov, Mendez, and that man right there are the only ones with attempts left in this.
And he's got 2 more, as does Okulov. Mendez won. But look at this. I gotta say,
There's a lot more on it.
I'm surprised.
you're not the only one.
Pleasantly.
Yeah.
So here's Artem Okulov. 206 to move into the lead in the clean and jerk. And it would give him 372 to move into the lead in total. This is good.
Standing up.
He's got one more.
That right knee might be bugging him a little bit.
He's got one more though, and if you put him in a spot to dig out something special,
he's done it before.
I'd put money on it.
Just watch this jerk though. He's a guy not afraid to hang out in the split if needed. With that, with his attempt in Anaheim, his final attempt, it was about a full minute. It felt like hanging out in the split.
This is going to be interesting.
Who's going to get
Houston? Excuse me.
Now the game is on, guys. Who's going to get who out onto the platform first? To set it up, if Mendez does come out with this 210, he will have a 379 kilo total.
Very tough to beat that. The other thing I'd say, Mendez and Okulov are very sharp in the jerk. The squat and split with some of these Europeans can be risky.
If Mendez is successful, Okulov will need 214.
Which is about near his top of what he can do.
Can he jerk it?
No, can't.
You cannot initiate the movement without completing it.
So that's it. He ends up off the podium in the jerk and the total.
So now this 210, Okulov is a good lift. It's a good number for him.
Yeah.
Because that's going to really, I mean, if he does 210,
that gives him what? On his 166.
It gives him 76.
376.
And if Haku wants to go out there and beat that, then God bless him.
Well, what he would need is 377, which means he would need to clean and jerk 217.
Which is the world record.
Which is the world record, and it's not outside the realm of possibility.
No.
He's going to have 2 cracks at it.
But first,
let's see if
Okulov has to make this.
just didn't have the leg strength. Still, great performance. 4 for 6 on the day, 372 total.
And for now, first place, which means he's at least guaranteed silver.
Yeah.
If we can see some fireworks here.
So he's going to go, so 213 would be for the win.
Indeed. The Armenians were setting it up just for this very moment.
He's got 2 shots at this.
If Hakob Murkatachian can pull off this 213 kilo clean and jerk, he will be the 2018 world champion in both the clean and jerk and total at 89 kilos. This is for everything. He was 14th after the snatch. He's got one more.
I tell you, that jerk did not look convincing. He's got a silver in the clean and jerk. I don't know that he... We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. That clean was great, really good.
But he doesn't really commit.
He doesn't stop, he doesn't decelerate the bar.
If successful with this 213 kilos, it's an 8-kilo jump from his opening attempt with 205. If successful, he is world champion. It's over. This is the last attempt of this session.
He's either 7th place overall or the gold medalist.
Exactly. If he misses 7th in total, he will have a medal in the clean and jerk regardless of the outcome here. But this is a huge moment in this entire event. Too much, but you know what? You still tip your cap to this.
Oh, yeah.
And you really have to applaud it because every weightlifter wants the opportunity to determine their own fate. They want it in their hands, and he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done, and that means that man on screen has done it again.
Two-time world champion now. 206 for Okulov, gold. 205 from Nakachian. 204 for Sanchez. Again,
and the
so
junior world
tight.
record with it for Sanchez.
Yeah. Look at these totals, right? So first place down to 6th place, separated by 3 kilos.
10th place is 11.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's as tightly packed as it could be. On that medal stand, you'll have 2nd and 3rd with a tied total,
Exactly.
371. Another exciting day of lifting in Ashgabat, with so much more still to come as we move to our heavier weight classes. If you've enjoyed the action so far, keep up to date with all the news from Ashgabat on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at IWF NET. But for now, goodbye and thanks for watching.